In the first shots, we see a man receive a call in the middle of the night that makes him jump out of bed. Apparently, something has happened to Princess Susanna. It turned out that she had been kidnapped and held hostage. The intruder sent a video to politicians, forcing the princess to read a demand. The unknowns want Prime Minister Michael Callow to fulfill one condition at exactly 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or they will get rid of the hostage. One of the men paused the video, stating that the recording and the demands were definitely not faked. The princess was indeed kidnapped while she was visiting a friend. Michael began to get nervous as everyone was stalling, as if afraid to say the demand out loud. The video was played again. Susanna reported that at 4 in the afternoon the Prime Minister must appear on all British TV channels and make love to a pig on live television. Michael was shocked and thought it was a prank, but quickly realized it was no joke. The intelligence services are compiling a list of suspects, so according to the politicians, Michael shouldn't worry. The Prime Minister told them to keep this information secret from the press, but it turned out that the news had already leaked out. The perpetrators had uploaded the video to YouTube from an anonymous IP address. Of course, this caused a huge stir among the public. There were no such precedents before, so there are no scenarios for the development of events. Meanwhile, a certain girl wakes up her lover by showing the video, but the official news only reported on the scandalous artist exhibition, which is scheduled to be shut down. At this time, journalists are divided into 2 camps. Some are convinced that such a sensation should be used for their own purposes, while others believe that the ban on television broadcasting should be observed because the girl's life is at stake. When it became apparent that rival TV stations had already broadcast the news, Martin gave up. He told Malika to prepare an obituary for the princess just in case. The journalist was clearly not happy about such a boring assignment, and Martin called an acquaintance who was close to the royal family and reported that he was powerless to stop the influx of press. Mr. Callett was instructed to prepare a backup plan. They found a special effects specialist to make a fake video for the terrorists with an understudy instead of the Prime Minister. The technician got acquainted the terms of the intruders and laughed. In his opinion, it is unrealistic to prepare the fake video in such a time, but the guy was made clear that he had no choice. The official news did report the kidnapping of the princess, but no mention was made of a pig. The police are now checking and arresting potential suspects. There is a real buzz about these events. Malika asks an acquaintance who has access to the most current information to share details, but he refuses and drops the call. Then the journalist goes into a bathroom stall and takes a photo for her buddy. In the news, people share their opinions with reporters. Everyone thinks it's disgusting, and if the Prime Minister agrees to do it, his career will surely be over. Michael's wife read unflattering comments under the video, but the husband promises that it will not come to the worst. However, the wife does not believe him because the public loves the princess very much, and if anything happens to her, the blame will fall on Michael. The Queen herself called from the palace to speak with Michael personally. People have been waiting all day for more details, exchanging opinions with each other about whether the Prime Minister would do it for the princess or not. After the meeting with the Queen, Michael informed the others that Susanna must be returned by any means necessary. A member of the technical team was able to determine the approximate location of the terrorists. Apparently, they had settled somewhere on the old campus. The guy in charge of special effects was trying to make something happen. They also brought in the actor who would be replacing Michael if it came to that. After getting information about the campus from the friend, Malika sent him a new photo as a thank. The actor was told that his partner would not be human, but he did not believe it. At the same time, the capture team was preparing to storm the campus. Michael was told about the results of public opinion polls. According to the statistician, people are mostly sympathetic to the Prime Minister and disgusted with the kidnapper. An anonymous package was delivered to the journalist headquarters, which contained a flash drive and the alleged finger of the princess. Judging by the recording, the intruders guessed that the politicians intended to use the actor instead of the Prime Minister. People began to take the view that the Premier was now obligated to do it. Michael was furious and lashed out at Alex, for he had not been consulted when the actor was invited. And the kidnapper made it clear in his terms that no special effects could be used. Now all the people are saying in one voice that the Premier must meet the demands. Michael told to storm the campus right now. Malika also snuck in and called Martin. The journalist intended to go even further to make a sensational video. There was no trace of the terrorists in the campus building, only a mannequin. Apparently, the intruders had uploaded the video through a proxy server. After catching movement nearby, the commandos chased the target. Malika was shot in the leg. It's 40 minutes to 4. Michael doesn't want to do it, but Alex argues that there is no choice. If the Premier lets the princess die, the public will never forgive him. The Queen herself, as well as the political party, ask him to agree, otherwise his family might suffer. People stayed close to the TV, watching the news. The wife tried to call Michael, but he was dropping the calls. Alex reassures the premier and says they will issue a law banning the storage of this video. Now the situation has become a subject of interest not only in Great Britain, but also in the world. After making sure the pig was sedated, Alex asked Michael to step out of the car. The streets are deserted as everyone watches the live broadcast. Mike is given special medication to make the task easier. Alex repeats all the instructions to be followed exactly. It was time to enter the studio, where there was no one but the cameraman and the animal. The pig calmly ate its food while Michael tried to tune in. People were taking bets on whether or not the Prime Minister would go for it. Michael said a few words, addressing the public, and approached the animal. The people watched intently, some turned away in disgust. The Prime Minister did indeed do it. Meanwhile, the princess walks across the empty bridge and falls unconscious under the influence of sedative. Many people felt sorry for the premier. In the meantime, the artist, who was missing a finger, voluntarily passed away, and the princess was found by passers-by. When it was over, Michael was nauseous. Alex got the call. She received a report that the princess had been rescued. But the interesting thing was that the cameras picked her up at 4:30, that is, half an hour before the broadcast. But no one saw it because everyone was glued to their screens. Alex told to take it out of the report. No one must know about it, especially the Prime Minister. Michael received the good news. Susanna was alive and well. He cried without answering his wife's calls. A year went by. In public, Michael and his wife seemed completely at ease. The identity of the intruder was, of course, revealed. It was the artist Carlton Bloom. This event did not have a negative impact on the career of the Prime Minister. Moreover, his rating increased. However, no one knows what is going on behind closed door. The wife has never been able to come to terms with it and has not spoken to Michael to this day.